Hey, it's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day, and I'm finally in front of the camera instead of behind it because little Miss Traveler, Hannah, is back from her cruise, and we are in, there's Hannah, we are in Sunset Cliffs, one of my favorite installations. Can you believe it's been a year here, guys? Elaine has done a masterful job of keeping up with the garden, but it has gotten a little away from her after all the rains. There's a lot of weeding to do, and it's been a year, so we're going to move a few things around, and I think it's going to be so fun for you to see where my head is. So first off, this is no. I am learning about mangaves. This is an Aztec king, and it's close to Mission to Mars, but Mission to Mars, which is this fellow right here, is much deeper, more of a burgundy and a red, where this one is more gray. So against the chamois beige rock, it's just washed out and yucky. So I'm going to be doing something else to zhuzh this up. Hannah and I are having a design dilemma here. She loves the Hesperaloe Portulacaria Variegata combo, and I think it's a hot mess. Please vote in the comments.
I'm sure everyone will think it's a mess too, but there's
no.
something special about a mess, okay?
Oh, Hannah's just me feeling a little defensive, but I don't know. I think it's for me, and this is subjective. There's no right or wrong. It's just a question of preference. But for me, it's too much wild, and there's nothing to hold the eye. So maybe we put a beautiful Echeveria or something here that's got some structure, maybe a purple or a pink. I don't know, but yeah, I'm of the mind that I want to yank out this Portulacaria altogether and do something else here.
Why don't you actually walk down here with me, because there's so much to see up there.
Okay, that's true. Okay, I'm going to come down here with you. All right, so Elaine also had major issue with skunks digging for grubs in the garden, so we had to bring some more chamois beige and some more black 3/4 to do some touch-up work. But this is, I'll show you as we go where they really went to town, and you'll see it didn't hurt the plants because roots are optional for these plants, but it sure made a mess of the rock. So you will also note that her Ruchia, most of it is on its way out. Here we go again. I adore this plant, but it's not reliable for me. And we are looking at a year in on this installation, and most of it I'm going to have to take out. This area, super tight. Love it. Just some fun, little weeds to pull. We love doing that. And the Aeonium sunbursts in this garden, front and back, are insanely beautiful. Yes, the Aeonium is crowding our agave, but you know what? I'm going to let it ride. This is Aeonium season, and they're beautiful, and we aren't going to mess with them. This is Mangave Falling Waters. It is our client's pride and joy. Stunning plant. Not going to do a thing to it. Behind it, you can see where the skunks went to town. But it's okay because I'm going to be digging up this Ferox anyway. It's leaning forward. I want to dig a deeper hole and sink it deeper so it'll stand upright. I'm also going to take these Aloe Dorothiae out of this Talavera bowl. She has a Euphorbia amok that's completely lost up top side. I'm going to put that in here instead. Loving, now this is Portulacaria minima. This is the cousin to the Afra Variegata. And you can see this has more of a draping habit. It isn't as pointy and stand-up-y. So I love how this is just embracing the ground and flowing over the wall. Not going to change a thing. Love this. And you guys, these cotyledons. Oh my gosh, this is what they're supposed to look like. So tight, so compact. Everywhere in this garden where I planted these, they are just absolutely thriving. And Hannah went right by the superbums.
No, I didn't.
Look at these. I took a picture. I was at this garden. After the first rains, we had to come do some repair work because she was having runoff. So we brought in some rubble, and I'll show you that, which worked, by the way. But I took a picture of this and put it on my Instagram at Laura Loves Succulents. And, I have never seen such gigantic Superbum. I mean, these are like as big as my head.
And look at the spotting on the
Yeah, just the mottled color, and some are more lavender. I just insanely beautiful. Now we've got, you know, and then I'll stop. But this is what I'm talking about. I mean, look at how these plants have knit together. This is what I love.
And the height too.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You know, and we've even got some little Echeveria trying, you look at that bloom, trying to poke out there. You know, that's why it's so important to know the growth habits of the plants. When you get it right, you get this, and it's 100. So this gorgeous Echeveria, our client Elaine has pulled at least 12 babies off of her, thank God, because she's starting to get a little trunky. Not to the extent where I'm going to behead it and set it back in the ground. Because look at this fabulous flower.
And let people know, Mom, trunking is natural, right?
Yeah,
Trunking
this
no
is.
problem. Not everyone knows this.
Yeah, this is what the plant does as it ages. You know, it starts to get a thicker trunk and a smaller head.
But aesthetically, you don't like the trunk.
Yeah, aesthetically, I'm not a huge fan of the trunk, but it's not so noticeable that I would want to make any modifications to this. We're going to leave it alone. There is a silver fox. That's Lavender Lady. The silver fox is completely hidden back there behind that cotyledon. So I'm going to take out these blue elf next to this rock. They aren't doing anything for me anymore. I'll throw them in with, you know, as a filler in the tapestry or something. And I'm going to move that silver fox over there where it can be appreciated so much more. Then, yeah, now we can go up topside. I feel like that boulder has shifted too.
No, I just like that.
You just don't want to deal with it. Hannah's like, no, it was like that. She didn't want to deal with it. But no, it's fine. It's interesting. Okay, then moving up topside. A major design change that I'm going to make today. And this is normal. You know, like I said, it's been a year. This is Hannah's tapestry. So gorgeous how it knitted together. This is the Mystery Aloe tree. It's a Plicatillus hybrid that was being offered at Waterwise Botanicals a couple of years ago. And here's the bloom. It's a Kumara Plicatillus Aloe Bainesii mix. But look at it, it's a two-toner. Love, love, love it. The change that I want to make in here is I'm going to take this Crassula platyphylla out and move it. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but it's time for this perii,
I remember putting that there.
yeah, to be front and center. Well, when we installed, the tapestry was way back there.
Yeah.
And this was by itself, and now it's just encroaching as it's growing. So this, she's got a lot of fungi too, a lot of mushrooms. This little rock will be moved. This will be moved. This will be moved here where it can, you know, continue to grow and get bigger and bigger. Okay, then over here's another Ruchia that you can see is 3 sheets to the wind. That's coming out. And then here's something that is absolutely subjective. Her, actually, I think this is one of those shishi. I slid a sheet, I slid upon a slitted sheet, I sit. One of the Japanese agaves, and see the pups that are, it's kind of doing what Quadricolor does. She doesn't love that, so I will be depupping this plant at her request.
And you can see all the skunk damage.
Yeah, here's all the skunk damage, and you can see how the Ferox is listing. We want to get that straightened out. This is a fabulous combo. This is this Mangave. Gosh, I don't know which one that is, but with the Vera Higgins is so beautiful, and Tom Jesh's, Harmsii Ruby Slippers, beautiful, and here was a Mangave. I think it was a bad hair day that rotted, so there's going to be some prime real estate. I think we're going to move the red wing. She said she wanted the red wing in this spot, so we'll take care of that. And over here, The Aeonium merlots. Look at those blooms. So beautiful. She knows what to do when they bloom out and finish. She'll just trim these flower stalks back. And then this is the little euphorbia that's completely lost. It's going to go in the pot. Oh, more of these amazing Aeonium sunburst. The agave blue glow looks really good. We've got some weeds and some little lilies coming up here to take care of. More Ruchia that's looking not great. And then here, more skunk damage. But you can see it didn't hurt the plants one bit. Just made a big mess of the rock. This used to be tapestry in front of this Dazzlerian. And so they did damage the plants in that, you know, they dug them up. Yeah. So we'll fix that. And over here, the Bacarnia recurvata has the most magnificent foot, doesn't it? This is called elephant's foot. And I'm just going to limb up. Some of these bottom leaves are yellowing, so we'll just take care of that and give this a little haircut. Then this is where we brought in some rubble to help with the runoff, and it worked. It, you know, all of the top dressing rock was down on the sidewalk after the first big flood of rain. So also being a lawn, this neighbor waters very frequently, so the ground was already fairly saturated. But here is the redwing that we're going to move. Isn't that gorgeous? Can't be seen in that spot from the ground or from her front window, so we'll put that in a much more visible location. And then look at this tapestry knit together. We've got, this is Lechuga cotyledon, more of the Aeoniums, and then some Crassula tricolor back there. Oh my gosh, so stinking beautiful.
Well, let's dig in.
Yeah, so, and this, by way of explanation, here is an agave Quixocan, and you can see how it pups closer to the mother, and it's just more attractive. So we will be encouraging that, which is why I planted it alone there, so that it would have room to pup. And then it creates a necklace around the mom, instead of like one-offs here and there and everywhere else. So again, it's just a question of what you like. All right, let's dig in. Well, it took Hannah and I the day, but here we are, done. And 1 year in, this is why you have me once a year, people. Don't skip that year. We were able to get it done, just the two of us. No, you know, neither one of us broke a bone or are bleeding. So used just a few bags of rock. I brought in this gorgeous Echeveria Maria, agavoides Maria. And remember, obviously that's where the mangave was that just wasn't really doing anything for us. So it's in a pot in the back awaiting replant back there. And I just threw down a little black, you know, kind of just to anchor it in the ground there. And then up here, I took out that portulacaria, cleaned up the hesperaloe, staged a little burgundy boulder, and then just planted a little floofy doofy right there, staged a couple little rocks, stood up a little piece of flagstone. Easy peasy, and it looked so good, so good. Then we got the perii moved down. Remember, it was way up here, so I just moved it down, and that platyphylla that was there got popped there. A little of it got popped here. We just spread the wealth. This really didn't require much of anything in here. All we did was move the perii and throw down a little more chamois beige. I depupped the quadricolor here, and yeah, we didn't do anything, nothing. It's all.
Found, tell them what you found in here.
What did I find? What did I find?
You found some aloes.
Oh yeah, we found aloes in amongst the sunbursts. But see, when the sunbursts go pear-shaped this summer, which they probably will, the aloes will take the center stage. The ferox, we were able to prop it up with a rock, so we didn't have to dig it out and dig it back in. We took the Cynthia Giddies out of the Talavera pot, and we put the euphorbias that were hidden in there, and I top dressed with some black 3/4, and we removed some Ruchia that were dead. Yeah, the mangave, Hannah got that moved over closer to the rock and took out the blue elf, and I just love that. Now it can be seen, enjoyed, and appreciated.
Tell them to give me a second to climb up.
Yeah, give Hannah just a second. She's going to climb up, yeah, and you can kind of take it all in. This was where a lot of the skunk damage occurred, and you can see the line of rubble where we shored up to help with runoff, which was very successful. What else did we do in there? Just basically added rock and pulled some weeds. We limbed up the Bicarnia recurvata. You can see where Hannah clumped all the Cynthia Gidia together. Looks so good. And over here, again, just basically added more rock where the skunks had torn things up.
Let me switch places with you.
Yeah, Hannah's going to switch places with me. We didn't do anything here except pull those euphorbia out.
From right here.
Yeah, they were in here, weren't they? But that's it here.
There's the red wing.
And this guy, this gorgeous mangave redwing, was over there by the neighbors. And Hannah plopped it here, and it looks so stinking good. I mean, unbelievable. So, yeah, I mean, I didn't see any evidence of disease or pests or mealybugs or, you know, aphids or anything. All the plants look extraordinarily healthy. All the plants that are in the pots, you can see I have a mammillaria cactus, and now these euphorbia, and then the pringlei over there are reliant on rainwater only. She doesn't water these plants except a little bit in the summer when it's really, really hot, because you could throw a rock and hit the ocean. So she gets a lot of marine layer basically until July. So, gosh darn, I don't know what else to say. It's so hard to step away from these type of jobs because it's so rewarding and so wonderful to be in here. What did we end up using? Like 2 bags of chamois beige and 2 bags of black.
1 bag of black.
1 bag of black, and you know, we brought in one beautiful boulder. We are going to identify a few other places where we might be able to pop in those additional red boulders because they just look so good. But you know, short of that, our work here is done for another year. This has been Laura Eubanks reporting with Hannah in Sunset Cliffs with your succulent tip of the day. Bye, guys.